Major talking points from the August 2023 BRICS Summit in South Africa. Is BRICS the key to completely eliminate the influence of the West and create a new global order? Welcome to a special BRICS Update edition. Today we'll be delving into the latest developments stemming from the recently concluded BRICS meeting, which took place in Johannesburg from the 22nd to the 24th of August 2023. Let's take a quick recap on BRICS. BRICS is a tale of 5 countries coming together to foster collaboration on various fronts including economics, politics, and global affairs. The idea behind BRICS was to provide a platform for dialogue and collaboration among nations with rapidly growing economies. BRICS was officially established in 2006, when former Goldman Sachs economist Jim O'Neill coined the acronym. The first formal BRICS summit took place in 2009, hosted by Russia. This inaugural summit marked the beginning of a unique partnership between these diverse nations, each bringing its own sets of strengths and challenges to the table. Since its first ever summit, BRICS meetings have become an annual affair, providing leaders from these nations with a platform to discuss various issues. The meetings have covered economic cooperation, global governance, security, and sustainable development. Each BRICS summit has seen the adoption of various declarations and agreements aimed at strengthening cooperation. For example, the BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement, the CRA, was established in 2014 to provide financial assistance in times of crisis. Over the years, BRICS has evolved from primarily an economic forum to a platform for broader geopolitical discussions. It has significantly shaped the global agenda, often challenging established powers and advocating for a more equitable international order. One notable milestone was the BRICS Summit held in Fortaleza, Brazil 2014, where the member nations had announced the creation of a new development bank. This institution was established to fund infrastructure and sustainable development projects in BRICS nations and other emerging economies. As BRICS continued to meet annually, its influence grew. The member countries deepened their collaboration in trade, technology, and education. They also expanded their engagement with other emerging economies and regions. It's important to note that while BRICS has faced its fair share of challenges, including economic fluctuation and political differences among member nations, it has maintained its commitment to fostering collaboration and driving positive global change. Let's take a look at the summary of the 15th BRICS Summit and agenda discussed.
We are developing stronger regional value chains that will connect a number of African countries, providing investors with diversity, with strength as well as with resilience. The African Continental Free Trade Area creates a single market that is expected to grow to 1.7 billion people and nearly $7 trillion in consumer and business spending by 2030. The success of the African Continental Free Trade.
The 15th BRICS Summit held in Johannesburg is making history as a pivotal moment in the evolution of this bloc. BRICS member nations invited 6 new countries to join their ranks. These countries include Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. Starting on January 1, 2024, these nations will become full-fledged members of BRICS, turning BRICS into BRICS Plus. This move marks the first expansion of BRICS since 2010 and it signifies a significant shift in dynamics of this influential group. The decision to include these nations demonstrates BRICS' ambition to enhance its economic and geopolitical influence. This expanded bloc is gaining recognition for its unique approach to global politics. While it's not a unified coalition, it does share a common thread: opposition to certain Western policies, including sanctions and protectionist measures. The BRICS Plus is a heterogeneous group comprising countries with diverse interests and agendas. However, their united front is driven by a shared goal of reshaping international norms, particularly in finance and trade. This development calls into question the West's self-referential purpose and demands the consideration of global governance. The summit sent a clear message: the world is evolving and the post-World War II order must adapt. The West's unilateral action, financial sanction, and disregard for global South concerns drive a growing disenchantment with the existing international system. With the expansion of BRICS and adopting guide principles, this bloc is becoming an attractive platform for consensus building and dialogue among developing nations. The presence of Iran in this context adds an intriguing dimension and will be closely monitoring the reaction to these developments. BRICS currency. Now let's delve into a deeper, crucial aspect of the BRIC expansion that's been generating significant buzz: the financial implication of BRICS glowing clouds. While discussion about a common BRICS currency may appear impractical and premature, there's a tangible shift occurring. Instead of a unified currency, the focus is shifting towards trading in national currency. An excellent example of this shift is the recent rupee-designated oil transaction between India and the United Arab Emirates. This transaction isn't just a financial move. It's a clear signal that major global commodity exporters and importers are exploring ways to reduce their reliance on the US dollar. This isn't an attempt to create an entirely new world order, but rather an endeavor towards an alternative world order, one that emphasizes the interests of developing nations as opposed to the traditionally dominant few. So what are the implications of this shift in currency dynamics? It could challenge the long-standing petrodollar arrangement, which has existed since 1973. This arrangement has privileged the US dollar in international trade, particularly in oil transactions. With more countries opting to trade in their own currencies, the petrodollar stronghold is showing signs of weakening. This could have far-reaching consequences for the global financial landscape, opening doors to a more diverse and multipolar monetary system. The BRICS expansion and the increasing use of national currency reflect a broader vision for economic independence among members' nations. They seek to reduce their reliance on Western-dominated financial system and assert economic sovereignty. While the transition won't be without challenges, it signifies a willingness to challenge the status quo and explore alternative avenues for global economic cooperation. The BRICS expansion isn't just about welcoming new members. It manifests a broader shift in the global economic landscape. This move, the move towards trading in national currency and reducing dependence on the US dollar, represents a significant step towards an alternate world order. Let's take a look at BRICS versus NATO. Speaking of world order, tensions are similarly on the rise between BRICS nations and NATO members. While these two entities serve different purposes, recent developments have brought them into the spotlight. For starters, it's essential knowledge to acknowledge the fundamental differences between BRICS and NATO. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, is a military alliance formed to ensure collective defense among its member states. On the other hand, BRICS represent a group of emerging economies with rapidly growing financial prowess. BRICS is not a military alliance, but a forum for economic cooperation focusing on trade, development, and shared interest in a changing world. But recently, the dynamics between BRICS and NATO have evolved. BRICS leaders, especially China and Russia, have increasingly cooperated and held summit meetings. This cooperation signals a concerted effort to strengthen the alliance and challenge the existing global order. For example, on June 23, 2022, an online BRICS summit took place. Russian President Vladimir Putin and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, among others, participated. Chinese President Xi Jinping voiced strong concerns about expanding military alliances during the summit, notably referencing NATO. President Xi Jinping's statement shed light on the BRICS perspective regarding NATO's expansion. He stated, and I quote, "Some countries are seeking absolute security through the expansion of military alliances, ignoring the rights and interests of other countries," unquote. This critique is a pointed reference to NATO's growth and perceived disregard for the concerns of non-NATO nations. China and Russia have used the BRICS platform to emphasize their unity, especially concerning their views on the United States and Europe. This display of solidarity hinted at a divided international community, particularly in the lead-up to events like the G7 and the NATO summit. So where does this leave us? While BRICS may not be a military alliance, it has recently entered into a contentious relationship with NATO and the G7. The focus has shifted from purely economic cooperation to addressing geopolitical concerns and challenging the status quo. The evolving relationship between BRICS and NATO showcases the complexities of global politics in an ever-changing world. As both entities continue to assert their influence and cooperate on various fronts, it remains to be seen how these dynamics would impact the broader international landscape. Major talking points from the August 2023 BRICS Summit in South Africa.